Hello students, good afternoon. Today in this class we are going to discuss about the constitutions. In the last class we discussed about what is a constitution, okay? And today, as I said yesterday, that today we will be discussing about why do we need a constitution, okay? Amak ekon সংবিধান কিয় লাগে? Yes, what is a constitution then? A constitution can be defined in various ways, okay? So in a simple word, if we define constitution like the government in a state has to function under certain clear-cut principles or rules, and similarly people enjoy their rights and meet their obligations also according to a set of rules. This set of rules and principles is known as constitutions, okay? This is what is a constitution. See, in every state there is a constitution, written or unwritten, okay? There the functions, then powers, everything is mentioned, okay? Clear-cut principles is there to govern the country, and again how the people will be ruled, okay? Who will rule, okay? Then what are the rights of the people, then what are the obligations or duties of the people, and according to what set of rules that country will be ruled, okay? This set of rules is called what? A constitution. Then why do we need a constitution? A constitution is needed for various reasons, okay? Without a constitution a country cannot be a democratic one, and even the non-democratic countries also have their constitution. Number one reason why do we need a constitution? Number one, it carves the powers of government by a fundamental law. What is the fundamental law? That is the written law, okay? It carves the power of the government. এটাই কি করে সংবিধানে কি করে যে সরকারের ক্ষমতা সীমাবদ্ধ করে রাখে। It restrains the government on behalf of the people and limits the vagaries of present and future generation. এটা কি করে সরকারের ক্ষমতার উপর সীমাবদ্ধতা আরোপ করে, আৰু যিবিলাক অপ্ৰাসংগিক বস্তু আছে, কথাবাৰ্তা আছে, যি হোক কাৰ্যকলাপ আছে, সেইবিলাকৰ ওপৰত কি কৰা হয়, এটা লিমিট কৰি দিয়ে। Number two, a constitution is necessary. A constitution is necessary in the case of despotism. Despotism মানে হল স্বৈরাচারী, okay? If there is no constitution, then the government will rule as it wants, as the government wants, okay? যদি রাষ্ট্রখন সংবিধান না থাকে তেনেহলে what that government will do, নিজৰ ইচ্ছামতে তেওঁলোকে শাসন কৰিব। So in case of a despotism, a constitution is necessary. A state without a constitution is not a state but a regime of anarchy, okay? Anarchy মানে কি? Anarchy মানে হল জঙ্গল রাজ, বুঝি পাইছা? জঙ্গল রাজ, য'ত জঙ্গলত যেনেকুৱা জন্তুবিলাক বসবাস কৰে বা প্ৰাণীবিলাকে বসবাস কৰে, তেওঁলোকৰ মাজত কোনো নিয়ম নীতি নাই, যেনি তেনি যাক কোনে কাক মাৰি কাটি খাই আছে তাৰ কোনো ঠিকানা নাই। গতিকে উইদাউট এ কনস্টিটিউশন দ্য হিউম্যান লাইফ or the human society also will be like, regime of anarchy. Then number three, a constitution recognizes the fundamental rights. In every constitution, especially in democratic countries, constitution recognizes some fundamental rights. We also have some fundamental rights, right? Amar 6 ধৰণৰ মৌলিক অধিকাৰ আছে. We have 6 types of fundamental rights. So these rights are meaningless without constitutional recognition. If there is no recognition by the constitution to those fundamental rights, then those rights are meaningless, isn't it? So from that point of view, or from that angle, a constitution is necessary. The constitution is called as the guardian of the fundamental rights of the people. It calls as the guardian of the fundamental rights of the people, okay? অভিভাবক বুলি কোৱা হয়। Then number 4, in a democracy the importance of a constitution is so great that without it the relation between the individual and the state cannot be maintained, okay? individual and the state. State, that is the government, okay, state will be ruled by the government, okay, and then people will be again ruled by the government. There is ruler and ruled, okay. There is a clear cut relation between the ruler and ruled. শাসিত আৰু শাসকৰ মাজত কি আছে, এক স্পষ্ট ক্ষমতাৰ সম্পৰ্ক সংবিধানৰ ভিতৰত লিপিবদ্ধ আছে. So success of a democratic state depends on how this ruled and ruler maintain, okay, how this ruled and ruler maintains their relationship. Without having a good relationship between the state and the people, that is the ruler and the ruled, a democracy cannot prosper. Then the success of democracy depends on the good relationship maintained by the individual and the state. That is, I have already said. So it is very, very important question. What is a constitution? Why do we need a constitution? I have mentioned here 4 points and 2 or 3 lines of about the constitution. So you note down these points and try to learn it as soon as possible. Now, definition, okay, how the political thinkers or constitution experts defined constitution. So here next question is, give 2 definitions of constitution. So they have defined, the thinkers, the experts have defined constitution in various ways, okay. There is no similarity. Somewhere you may get similar definition, but to some extent all definitions are different. So I have stated here what Woolley defined. Woolley defined a constitution as, a constitution is the collection of principles according to which the powers of the government, rights of the governed, and the relations between the two are maintained. That is the fourth point of why do we need a constitution, saying like similar thing said by Woolley, okay. That is, a constitution is the collection of principles. Whatever is there in the constitution are called principles, according to which the powers of the government, clear cut division is there, or clear cut principles is there for powers of the government. Then rights of the governed means we, আমি people, আমি জনসাধারণৰ govern, আমি শাসিত হও সরকার দ্বারা, আমার অধিকার তাতে লিখা আছে, written in the constitution, and the relations between the two are maintained. আমার জনসাধারণ আর সরকারের মধ্যে সম্পর্ক তাতে কি আছে, মেইনটেইন করা আছে. And then number 2 is last key. Every well-ordered state possesses a constitution which determines the ultimate way in which its legal implications are met. Okay, you remember or learn these 2 definitions. Okay, you may choose another definition whichever you like, so no problem. Then next question is, constitution derived from which word, or from which word constitution has derived? Constitution is an English word, okay. Constitution টা কি ইংরেজি শব্দ হয় না, so it derived from Latin word. মনত রাখিবা, remember that almost all the words, maximum, that means not all, maximum words derived from either Latin or Greek or Roman to some extent, basically from Greek or Latin. তোমালোকে পাবা এডুকেশনত পাবা এডুকেয়ার, এডুকেটাম, এই লেটিন বা গ্রিক শব্দ এইবিলাকে হয়. Then again, constitution also derived from constituere, which means constituere, which means form or to establish, to form or to establish, okay. Then again, very, very important questions, that is Indian constitution is borrowed constitution. Explain. ভারতীয় সংবিধান এখন ধার কৰি অনা সংবিধান এক্সপ্লেইন কৰা বুজি পাইছা আৰু কেতিয়াবা এনেকুৱা আহিব পাৰে লাইক why the Indian constitution is called as borrowed constitution আমি জানো we know that Indian constitution is not its own constitution but rather before making or writing our own constitution the maker of Indian constitution they studied various constitution of the world especially America, England, Canada, France, Germany, Japan, then Australia, okay এইবিলাক দেশৰ সংবিধান কি কৰা হৈছিল স্টাডি কৰিছিল তেওঁলোকে and then they picked up those principles they picked up those principles from those constitutions which are familiar with Indian society বুঝি পাইছা as Indian society is diverse no a particular principle is fit for our society okay that's why our constitution became a longest one large one so they picked up those principles which are familiar with Indian society so we have to mention here some points why Indian constitution is called borrowed constitution we have to give some examples such as number 1 it has borrowed the in our country parliamentary system is there parliamentary democracy okay that particular thing that parliamentary government system is borrowed from which constitution that is the constitution of Great Britain that is England's constitution then single citizenship we have one citizenship that is the Indian citizenship these principles also borrowed from England's constitution or constitution of Great Britain then cabinet system we have cabinet okay then prerogative read okay these things are borrowed from the constitution of Great Britain then number 2 the directive principles of state policy the method of elections of the president nomination of members to the Rajya Sabha and presidential form of nominations of the members to the Rajya Sabha by the president these principles are borrowed from the constitution of Ireland remember directive principles of state policy then nominations of the members to the Rajya Sabha by the president these are borrowed from the constitution of Ireland that election procedures of the president also borrowed from the constitution of Ireland then number 3 point is very important the fundamental right most of the things especially picked up from America and England okay remember it that most of the things are picked up from or borrowed from the constitution of England and Great Britain and England okay then fundamental rights then impeachment of the president or judges of the Supreme Court and High Court then we have a preamble in the constitution right that preamble and then judiciary that is independent of judiciary then judicial review then these things are picked up or borrowed from the constitution of America okay then number 4 from Canadian constitutions we have borrowed our there is semi or what called there is quasi federal system okay quasi federal system or semi federal system our Indian constitution is halfly presidential halfly parliamentary and halfly what is federal okay so it is semi federal or quasi federal that principle is borrowed from Canadian constitution then appointment of governors by the president is also borrowed from the Canadian constitution then jurisdiction of the Supreme Court also borrowed from the constitution of Canada then we have 11 types of fundamental duties the concept of fundamental duties are borrowed from the constitution of Russia. Okay, and then the concept of justice, that is concept of justice, that is economic, political, and concept of justice, economic, political, and social. These principles are borrowed from the constitution of Russia. Then three important things, that is liberty, equality, and fraternity. Liberty, equality, and fraternity are borrowed from the constitution of France. These three words, and including the concept of justice, that is political, economic, and social, are mentioned in the preamble as well. And then number 6, the concurrent list. We have three lists of powers. Okay, we have three lists of subjects, or can be said as power, that is central list, state list, and concurrent list. The concept of concurrent list is borrowed from the constitution of Australia. And again, the joint sitting of the parliament is also borrowed from the constitution of Australia. This joint sitting, then concurrent list, three lists, okay, list of subjects. We will be discussing these things in the later chapters. No problem. You just remember the terms right now. Okay. Because of these causes, or because of these reasons mentioned above, the Indian Constitution is called as a borrowed constitution. Remember, I have mentioned here 5 or 6 points. Many points can be written, or you can reduce to 2 points. If you write just 4 points, then also you will carry good marks, because this question will contain carry for 4 marks only. Then next question is, write 2 characteristics of a good constitution. Remember always, manu and bhal manu, difference আছে না নাই? Human being and good human being, difference আছে না নাই? Who সংবিধানৰ দুটা বৈশিষ্ট্য. So first characteristics of a good constitution is, a good constitution should be clear and precise. Clear and precise মানে একেবারে স্পষ্ট হ'ব লাগে, যথাযথ হ'ব লাগে. Then number B, a good constitution should not be unnecessarily lengthy. ভাল সংবিধান এটা অপ্ৰয়োজনীয়ভাৱে lengthy হ'ব নালাগে, দীঘল হ'ব নালাগে. বুজি পাইছা? So in today's class, what we have discussed about constitution. Then why do we need a constitution? Then we have discussed definitions of constitution. Then from which what constitution is derived, that is the etymological meaning of constitution. বুজি পাইছা? ব্যুৎপত্তিগত অর্থ, সংবিধানৰ ব্যুৎপত্তিগত অর্থ. Then why Indian Constitution is called as borrowed constitution, or Indian Constitution is called as borrowed constitution? Explain. Okay, and then lastly but not the least, write 2 characteristics of a good constitution. Okay, this must you write in your copy, try to memorize or learn, and if you face any problem, then don't hesitate to call me or text me. I will send all these notes in your WhatsApp group. Okay, thank you.